Hello, Husky Light here. I hope you're all really well. We're into June 2015. Right, I'm not sat on the floor, I'm sat on a chair in front of my computer today because base of my neck's killing me. I think I'm just constantly sat on my cushion on the floor like a little Buddha looking up at my computer screen, so I've had to get a chair today to go through everything. So yes, our star signs for June. I cocked it up slightly in one of my other videos. It's not, we've got our normal stars this month. It is July that I will be doing the 6-monthly full mid-year reading. So that's July this year, not June. So anyway, for June, what's happening in June, we have got now I don't deal a lot with the astrology of things, as you know. It's more the full moon and the new moon that I work with, and the energies that I work with in then. So we have got starting with a full moon, and that is on the 2nd of June, which is really good. Straight into the, you know, right at the beginning of the month, we've got the full moon. So it's all the efforts that you put in from the new moon before that we go through, that I say about new beginnings and manifesting and everything. Let's see things that are coming to bear the fruit by around the 2nd of June, by around the full moon that you've put in. Now the full moon this month is in Sagittarius, and it's going to be, there is still going to be a lot of changes going on in June. Things are going to finish, begin, change, more than recently, I think, for June. We've also got blooming Mercury retrograde as well, and that's sort of slap bang in the middle of that up until June the 11th. It starts going forward again from June the 12th, I think, to the 25th, June the 12th to June the 25th. It will start going direct, or it will be direct, thank goodness. Now the Mercury retrograde is in Gemini. Your new moon as well, which is on June the 16th, that's also in Gemini. So I'm digressing a bit. I'm going to go back to the full moon at the beginning of the month. Before I go into the full moon, I want to say Wednesday, June the 3rd, I am having my first Google Hangout, yay, with Christopher Bryan. Now Christopher Bryan is, and also he's an amazing tarot reader, healer. He's on YouTube. If you want to look him up, it's Christopher Bryan Tarot. His second name is Byrne, and we're going to be doing our own Google Hangout on Wednesday, talking about the power of thought, manifestation. We're going to have a good conversation about it. Now he's emailing all his subscribers, so I'm going to find out how to do that, and hopefully I'll be emailing all of you to let you know. It will probably be around 6 o'clock, Wednesday the 3rd of June, 6 o'clock UK GMT time. If you can make it, that'd be absolutely brilliant. Join in the conversation, have a watch. It should be a really interesting talk on there. And I can also, I'm going to let you know how my manifestation about getting some money together has gone over the month, and see what's going on with that, and see the changes, and you can put your comments in. So that's all happening. That's also happening on a full moon. So again, it's a culmination of things coming to fruition. So that should be really, really good. So I'll drop some details about that below. If you don't happen to get an email because I haven't figured out how to do it, just click into your Google Pluses when it starts, and the links and everything will be below, and you can just click in, and hope to see you there. So that'll be really good. Right, full moon. Let's get into the full moon first of all. On the 2nd, there, because of where it is, because it's in Sagittarius, there is going to be a lot of focus. There's going to be a lot of focus on relationships, I think, around the beginning of the month. Looking at ourselves inwardly, trying to find the answers inwardly, and because it's a time on the full moon of things coming to fruition or releasing things, again, it's going to be an ending, starting of relationships, things that no longer serve us, we're going to get rid of. Also, because we're in retrograde, we're being made to make sure we've made the right choices about things, make sure we've made the right decisions, make sure that we are looking at things in a logical way, making sure that when that retrograde starts to go forward from the 12th, we are then in a position that we want to be in. We've got the right people in our lives, we've got the right relationships, we're moving in the right direction of the things that we actually want, and everything else should have moved by then. So it's an extreme time to just make sure that you're doing things right, you're looking at your life, you've gone over past mistakes, might have come up during this Mercury retrograde, things that you've done before, people that you've seen before, people from your past, situations from your past may very well have come back, and it's telling us that, yeah, you need to look at this again, you need to learn from it. Did you make the right decision the first time? How can you change things this time? Do you want to go forward with these people, these situations? If so, keep them. If not, get rid of them. And that's a lot of what it's been. I think the full moon this time is a really, really cleansing time, with it being in Sagittarius, and it's not a particularly easy one. I think within relationships and marriages and things like that, at the beginning of the month there still may be some flare-ups, some arguments, some feelings of maybe control issues. Do not try and control anybody, just worry about yourself, especially the first half of June. Worry about yourself, don't try and dominate or get control over anybody else within your family, within your relationship, because you will be seen as the bad boy, as the bad guy. You really will, and it won't work. Also, if you've got kids as well, you're probably going to find you may have extra not problems particularly. You may find it a little bit harder to control the kids at the beginning of the month, because they're not going to want to be told what to do. That you're not going to be able to put your foot down with them particularly, and any attempt to dominate, it's not going to go well. There will be some flare-ups of emotions still to come up around the beginning of the full moon. Things that you put into place, hopefully that you are manifesting, will start to come to fruition, the good stuff, but also subconsciously any stuff that started to come to, that sort of got put in place around the last new moon that maybe you didn't want or wasn't working on, that will also start to come to fruition. And it's at this time you've got to put your stop to it, and make sure you're moving into the right direction of where you want to be for when we go forward. Now, when new moon, when we go to the new moon in Gemini, it is definitely about new paths, new beginnings, and it's more about you having free choice, making sure that you have freedom of speech, you have freedom to do more of the things that you want to do within your, whether you're within a unit, within a family unit, within a community. It's more about doing the things that you want to do that make you happy, because it's in Gemini. The friends you've got, the relationships you've got at that time, keep them, maintain them, because hopefully now you've done things right by then, and keep your connections open. There will be a lot of, you should feel more energetic around this new moon on June the 16th, and more spontaneous. There'll be new creativity, new ideas coming up, new things for you to look at as well. So it's a really, really good time. It's mobile now, although we're still in Mercury retrograde, which usually sort of opposes all of creativity and all that sort of thing. It's actually going to be working with it a little bit. Mercury retrograde is making you look within and seeing what's going on, making sure that you're doing the right things, and then Gemini in the new moon is making sure that you get over any obstacles for spontaneity, being mobile, being curious about things as well, and thinking a lot more. So it all is sort of going to mix together and be a lot better. The retrograde isn't going to kill the spontaneity. It's going to help you to organise things better. It's going to help you to just give you an awful much better, clearer idea of where you're going forward. But going back to the full moon at the beginning of the month quickly, although later on in the month we're going to be clearer, there may still be some bits and pieces around the beginning of the month that you might not be too sure about, that the sun is not entirely shining on, and you're not going to see the truth in absolutely everything. So that is it. I can't think of anything else for this month. Enjoy your stars. I hope you enjoy them, and we'll see where we go from here. But there is a lot of things going on, and full moon, remember, at the beginning it's quite romantic as well, a full moon, so there might be some romantic moments around the beginning of the week for those of you either in relationships or looking for relationships, or just started on a new path with relationships. So, right, on with the stars. Hi Capricorn, right, oh, a bit late, but we're here. So straight into it. We're starting off with the Six of Wands in reverse. You need to take care of yourselves at the beginning of the month, or more care of yourself than usual. Keep tabs on your stress levels. Don't get too stressed out. Try not to get too worried, because I feel some of you may be worrying. And make sure that the efforts and the work that you put in are not taken by somebody else, i.e. you're doing overtime at work and somebody else takes credit for it and you don't speak up about it. Don't allow things like that to happen, which could happen around the beginning of the month. There could be delays around things, there could be misunderstandings, which is all perfectly normal with the Mercury retrograde. And look out for your communication as well, which I'm certainly having a problem with. Watch your communication with others and make sure that you're looking after yourself properly as well, because it's teamed up with the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, and she's a really good energy, although again you can see that third eye just beaming out of her forehead. She's follow your intuition, definitely this month. Follow your gut instincts. She's has so much wisdom inside her, and I feel a lot of you are going to do some inner contemplating as well, inner thinking, inner work, because she's so intuitive and together in that way. She's a lovely energy. It's about cooperation. She's loving, she's sensuous, she's a really open-hearted woman. So you could be taking on these traits, and she always tries to, whatever's going on in her life, and for those of you that are worrying and stressing at the beginning of the month, even though you're doing that, you're still trying to make sure that you create a positive atmosphere for people, that people feel positive around you, and that's really, really important. That's a really good trait to take on. Very domesticated, quite motherly, and she's got a lot of creative and personal talents, which I feel that you may be either starting to develop, or you can see, or you've already got them and you're reinforcing them or making them stronger, bringing them to the fore, which is a really caring, that's the really caring aspect of yourself that you need to take on. Towards the middle of the month, again we've got some really good cards, but they seem to be in reverse at the moment. So we've got the King of Swords in reverse, so be aware of who you mix with. There may be somebody around you who is pretty much disconnected from their emotions, from their feelings, and watch yourselves, and that would be a man. Watch yourselves around this man. This is sort of points to the fact with this one that this person as well, whoever this is, may be doing some worrying and stressing as well, but appearing really calm on the outside. You can't actually see what's really going on inside. He's very independent, very intelligent, but he's got a cruel streak to him. So be straight. If this person comes into your life, or you know of this person, or it's somebody from your past coming in, be aware around them. Just be aware he's not all as he seems. And he can be quite good at causing arguments or disagreements. So if you're in a vulnerable position, if you're stressing or your self-esteem isn't that high, he could take advantage of that. So don't allow that one to don't be allowing that one to happen if this man is already in your life or coming into your life. And that's teamed up with the Eight of Pentacles. So again, it's the worry is still there for some of you, and you feel limited. You feel limited in some way, but this is more, this is yourself limiting yourself to a certain extent. It's like you've got no enthusiasm around the middle of the month. It's not as much get up and go as you usually would for this frustration, and still this anxiety and worry. Also make sure that you're not apart from neglecting yourself, do not neglect yourself. And it sounds like some of you may be with so much worry on your plate. Try not to forget the people around you, neglect them, friends, family, co-workers, but try not to make them feel neglected. You've got an awful lot going on in your life, And you will also try and put this front on that everything's fine and everything, but it might make you withdraw a little bit, so try not to withdraw too much so that you're neglecting people in your life, family in your life. You need to work diligently at the moment. You need to, there's hard work to be done at the moment to get towards what you want. Don't rush anything, take your time with it, and it's asking you to be diligent in what you do. Concentrate on what you're doing and you will fulfill the goals that you need to, and you'll get through things by doing it that way. Don't give a damn about how other people see you or what other people think of you, because it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is how you feel personally, how you feel inside. Your ego, sometimes everybody's ego and judgment and everything, it's like, oh God, how am I to the outside world, what do other people think of me? It really doesn't matter. If people cannot take you for who you are, people can't accept you, that's their problem, it's not your problem. You're not to take on that worry at all. It simply means you're not on the same vibrational page, you're not on a level with them. And it's not, it doesn't matter, it should not upset or concern you, and that, because that's when it starts affecting your self-esteem and your confidence. So just watch out for things like that in the middle of the month. You're being asked to slow down a little bit because you've got all this work and this hard work, and you're doing all this hard work, and I don't think it's necessarily a complete slow down and stop. It's just being more aware of how you're working, concentrating more on what you're doing, so that mistakes aren't made that maybe can't be rectified later. Knight of Cups at the end of the month teamed up with the Moon. And the Moon is upright, but the Knight of Cups is in reverse. So again, as with so many other readings, it's going back to this other person in the middle of the month. The Ace of Swords in reverse, the dodgy one. Just be aware of somebody who is artificial. They're putting on a mask, they're putting on a face, and they could be really, you could be really taken in by their charm. They're very charming and they're very friendly, but they have different, they have a different agenda underneath. Their intentions are not right. Their intentions are not as pure and honest as maybe you think they are. Somebody who's quite shallow. So if there's anybody, especially if there's I mean, if somebody is already in your life like this, you probably already know about them and you've already figured this out or have got suspicions about it. But if somebody appears new in your life who could charm the birds out of the trees, just be aware, be on your guard about it, especially if it's somebody new, because you don't particularly know them then, do you? So just check on them, especially if it's a new romantic relationship that comes up. Don't give away your heart too quickly to them, or too emotional, too deep, too quickly. Keep everything light and friendly and cool. Just play it cool with them. There'll be a couple of difficult situations, I think, during the month for you. There was something about legal documents and contracts, agreements. Make sure that they're read and reread if you've got to sign anything, wait until after the Mercury retrograde if you can. So from about, in fact I'd say from the 12th of June onwards, if there's anything that needs signing or looking over, make sure all the details are correct before you sign anything. And get a second opinion as well if you need to. But there's, whoever this person is, they've got hidden traits that you don't know about, and this is where the moon comes into play, because the moon is all about illusion, not seeing the whole truth of things. But it's also a card of dreams, of intuition, of spiritual things, psychic abilities. So again, you've got that intuition with the Queen of Coins at the beginning. Use that intuition. Listen to your inner voice, listen to your subconscious, because I think there'll be messages trying to get through to you. Angels, guides on the other side helping you, and listen to them. Things are quite deep, sort of towards the end of the month, and it all seems to do with a particular person either coming into your life, or you already know them, and this mask is on. And you have to be intuitive enough, with enough wisdom and that, to be able to see through that mask, to see through the illusion of the moon. And I think you've got enough about you to be able to do that. You should be able to see through it. It also has the moon also has a lot to do with the collective consciousness as well in the universe. So you may be starting to become aware of things that maybe you weren't aware of before in a more spiritual sense. You're going to be looking for some answers to certain things, and it's going to be to do, it's your feelings, it's your emotions that you're wanting to find the answers to. Why are you feeling like this? Why is this going on? Why is this happening? You've always got to rely on your own intuition. Don't let anybody get the better of you or be deceived. There may be less security around you than you think. But there's a lot of changing of emotions. And it could be you need to go and get a health checkup. It could be a hormonal imbalance if your mood swinging. So if you feel that it could be something like that, just go and get a checkup. But there's also with it, I mean, it's a good card, the moon, as well, because apart from all that, it is making you look inside yourself, and it makes for an awful lot of extra growth, personal growth. It makes you face up to situations that maybe you've not faced up to before, because you don't want to affect the status quo. You want to keep things how they are. You can't always do that though. Take a note of, I suggest you get a dream journal or something and write your dreams down, because you will have a lot of stuff within your dreams coming through to you, a lot of messages. But rely on yourself, and be as independent as you can during June. And I think with the power you've got with the coins, with the Queen of Coins at the beginning, you will get through absolutely fine. There is going to be some situations to face. Some things aren't going to be that clear at certain points of the month for you, and you may feel a little bit despondent. But and also, don't you put a mask on either. I said at the beginning, you tend to put a mask or a barrier up, and to the outside world looking in, you look absolutely great and fine, and everything's hunky-dory, but inside, there's a lot of churning and a lot of things going on within you that you don't show to the outside world. You're trying to keep everybody else positive at the same time, so don't do that, or don't do it as much. If you need to speak to someone, or you need help, or someone offers you help, then take the help, or go and speak to someone, go and speak to a trusted friend or somebody who's close to you. The rose-coloured glasses have to come off at some point. They may not have come off by the end of the month because of the moon card that's there. But don't deceive yourself in situations. Don't look at every situation as being black and white, because I think there's going to be a lot of things or people that come into your life this month that are not, it's not going to be black and white. There's going to be the murky moon under that, there's going to be the grey area under it. So just watch out of that. But it's a very spiritual month as well for you. As well, a lot of keep your eyes and your ears open. And that was another deep reading we've got through. Enjoy the month. I think yeah, you've got some difficulties, and there's this guy around you, but there is also the potential for so much sort of going within and spiritually growing and learning so much about yourself in a reflection, and in that way it's a really good month for you. Okie dokie. Right, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you want anything deeper than that, crumbs, if you want a private reading from me, just click on the link. There's different readings on the website, so you can go for a Celtic Cross, a full reading, or you can go for a specific question that's really personal to you, and we can get a more clarified, insightful answer to it. Thank you for all your likes and your subscribes, and I'm hoping the cards will lighten up a little bit, but you've got some, actually you have got some really good insights in there. So right, take care, and I will speak to you soon. Namaste.